Hey, welcome. Excited to share this information with you this evening on controlling blood sugar, regulating blood sugar, and we're going to have one of our scientists share her journey and amazing information on a product. And the science is quite techy, so I thought it'd be great to have her do a bit of an introduction, Dr. Diane Clayton, and then we'll do a bit of a review because it is quite a complicated topic, but this is such a powerful product. So I'm going to try to expand the screen in just a minute. So thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, I'm Diane Clayton, Neolife's Vice President of Product Strategy and Innovation and member of the Scientific Advisory Board. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to talk to you about a new breakthrough product called Glucose Balance. But first, I'd like to give you some background about why Neolife and the Scientific Advisory Board has directed tremendous efforts and invested an enormous resource into glucose balance development. Over the decades, our Scientific Advisory Board has become increasingly alarmed about the growing global epidemic of chronic diseases, which includes type 2 diabetes. In 2014, the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, published data from 2012 investigations that estimated over 29 million Americans, that's 9.3% of the population, had diabetes. A further 86 million were estimated to be in the zone which is considered to be a pre-diabetic state, which is sometimes also called metabolic syndrome. What is clear is that diabetes type 2 does not develop overnight. It's a long-term progression from a state of good health to a state of actual disease. What is happening is that the body loses its ability to correctly control blood glucose, and the measurement of a very high blood glucose level may indicate prediabetes or diabetes type 2. Poor lifestyle choices, such as over-ingestion of highly processed foods and/or beverages loaded with sugar, as well as not being physically active, are often to blame, and blood glucose can spiral out of control. To maintain good health, glucose levels need to be kept within a tight range, as glucose is a key fuel for the body. Like all chronic diseases, diabetes type 2 is also associated with a continual low-level inflammation in the body, and this is in part caused by high blood glucose. Insulin is the main regulator of blood glucose, and in healthy people, this hormone is able to keep the blood glucose at just the right level. When we eat, our body senses the arrival of glucose after we digest carbohydrate, and the pancreas produces insulin, which normally will drive sugar into muscle, fat, and liver cells, where it is stored for future use as a source of energy. So at the cellular level, the hormone insulin also communicates with glucose receptors on the cell membrane, which then allows glucose to enter the cells, so providing vital energy. Throughout our lives, maintaining healthy, effective glucose balance is vital. When controlled, healthy blood glucose management promotes steady energy levels, minimizes fat storage, and promotes fat burning. If not controlled, however, high blood glucose can react with and harm body tissues, and also disturb natural fat storage systems, leading to weight gain, inflammation, and even increase the risk of heart disease and other chronic diseases. If your blood glucose gets too high and for prolonged periods, you may eventually be diagnosed with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. So balancing the uptake and use of glucose is one of the most important physiological processes of the body. Glucose is a key fuel that our body cells needs for energy, and our brain needs for energies. So I bet you could now use some good news, really good news. The CDC has reported that people with prediabetes who do take part in a structured lifestyle change program can cut their risk of developing type 2 diabetes by as much as 58%. That's more than half. And as the leader in whole food, human food chain nutrition and supplementation, Neolife is known for developing natural, whole food derived products that assist and support the pursuit of optimal health, vitality, and functional longevity. At Neolife, we've understood the great importance of controlling blood glucose and blood sugar within a narrow range, and for years, with our glycemic response technology, for example, in Neolife Shake. But in order to complement and strengthen our overall approach, we've now developed a groundbreaking new product which gives additional support at various levels to the body's glucose management systems, and which also delivers protection against damaging inflammation and oxidation. This protection is particularly vital to organs like the liver and pancreas, which have to work hard to keep blood glucose within a tight range. So this new product provides support at the level of digestion and absorption, but also at various other glucose control points in the body. Developed by the Scientific Advisory Board, Neolife Glucose Balance is a safe, broad-spectrum product that supports blood glucose management systems to help maintain normal and healthy levels. This exclusive formula uses state-of-the-art science ingredient technologies and sourcing expertise to combine whole food ingredients shown to support glucose balance in 3 primary ways: to manage glucose uptake, secondly, to optimize insulin sensitivity, and thirdly, to maximize insulin receptor function. Let us look in turn very briefly at how each of these ingredients work. Firstly, the 3 botanical spices in our Ayurvedic botanical blend were carefully selected for their purity, potency, and efficacy. They have a long history of safe use within traditional Indian and Chinese medicine. The first key ingredient is cinnamon of the cassia type, selected because it's by far the most studied and proven form in humans, with the greatest level of scientific confirmation of efficacy for the support of healthy glucose metabolism. And then we have turmeric and the concentrated extract from turmeric root known as curcumin. These are both used in Indian cuisine and traditional Indian medicine. These spices are known to have very strong anti-inflammatory effects, and over 100 human clinical trials have been completed with curcumin as of 2016. They have shown safety and efficacy against various chronic diseases. Curcumin may also be helpful to lower blood sugar levels and to favorably influence blood fats. Neolife Glucose Balance contains 2 other vital nutrients. They are chromium and alpha-lipoic acid. Now, chromium is an essential trace mineral and well known as a classic cofactor to support insulin production and insulin function. It's sometimes referred to as glucose tolerance factor. Though it's needed in small amounts, it can only be obtained through a good diet. But it's been established that as many as 90% of American diets are low in chromium. And then alpha-lipoic acid is found in every cell of the body, where it helps to turn glucose into energy. Studies have shown that alpha-lipoic acid is really helpful for supporting normal blood glucose levels, but it also plays a protective role as a powerful antioxidant, protecting against free radical oxidation attacks upon tissues. And these can occur when blood glucose levels are elevated, as in diabetes type 2 and prediabetes. So overall, Neolife Glucose Balance has been designed as an additional weapon in the fight to maintain a normal, healthy blood glucose. It is in addition to and complements the Neolife whole food nutrient supplements and our core nutrition products, Pro Vitality and Neolife Shake, which we know help fill the gap between our daily diet and good nutrition. In summary, Neolife Glucose Balance, it delivers broad spectrum and holistic nutritional support for glucose management and protection against the destructive forces of oxidation and inflammation. We hope that this unique and powerful product will help you better manage your blood glucose in a safe and holistic way. So thank you very much.
Wasn't that great? I have to say, I'm so grateful to have such an incredible scientific team. We have heard Dr. Clayton speak several times, and this is just a perfect example of the Scientific Advisory Board. They work together in developing and researching and manufacturing the products, and the science is exceptional. So, and we have some amazing stories and testimonials on this incredible product. And I am just going to bring up one of the PowerPoints, and then I'm just going to review just some of the information that Dr. Clayton talked. She did a lot of US stats, being from California, and you know, so I thought I'd bring up some Canadian stats, and I have to say that the numbers are pretty close compared to Canada and the US, and you know, just to give you a bit of a background, so I was introduced to Neolife over 30 years ago, and the products have made a huge impact in my life, from energy to hormonal balance to joint pain. I was a police officer in Toronto and really struggled with stress and just with fatigue, and the products really helped me with my health and cope better at my job. And they really helped my mom with a lot of aches and pains. And that's how I got involved in the business over 30 years ago. And tonight we're focusing on just one key product and a couple of core products, just to help you understand how good nutrition can really give your body the best chance to have a better quality of life. And none of the Neolife products we ever will claim that will cure a condition, but it's amazing when you can give your body the proper nutritional support, how the body can really turn itself around and heal. And sometimes some of these conditions just get completely under control, which is what we strive for, okay? So 80% of people with diabetes will die as a result of heart disease or stroke, and diabetes is the continuing factor and death, in about 41,000 Canadians each year, and 29% live with diabetes or pre-diabetes. Okay, so it's definitely a huge factor here in Canada. Okay, so a health crisis. In 2018, more than 34.2 million US adults over the 18 have diabetes, and 7.3 million have diabetes but have not been diagnosed. So these numbers are really high as well. Okay, so when you look at chronic disease, you know, the evil twins of aging are inflammation and oxidation. Okay, and these are the things that we need to look at to reducing inflammation and reducing oxidation, because these are the evil twins that cause many diseases, and one of them being diabetes. Okay, so preventing the progression, and this is the key. Okay, research shows the risk of developing type 2 diabetes can be reduced by as much as 58% by exercising moderately for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, losing 5 to 7% of your body weight, and eating healthy. Okay, so these are the things that we really need to look at if you want to prevent diabetes or get it under control if you have it. These are the areas you got to see, what areas do I need to improve to give my body the best chance? Okay, and only you know, right, the changes that need to be made. Okay, so again, the leading cause of glucose imbalance, again, diet and inactivity. Okay, so you got to look at what you're doing every single day. So your goal is to get that blood sugar in that glycemic control zone. And the products that Dr. Diane Clayton talked about do help, but your food and diet also help. So it's a combination. And the Neolife shake that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later, it helps to get your blood sugar in that glycemic control zone and keeps it regulated in that zone. Okay, so it's really important that you start your morning with a good quality protein to get that blood sugar in that glucose regulating zone. Okay, so you know, you can manage your glucose. Okay, you know, the pancreas produces the insulin, you know, the liver controls the redistribution. So if you have healthy organs, you know, this is key, is to get these nutrients in your body so that your body can do what it needs to do to regulate blood sugar and get the energy and the cells working properly for the glucose to transport, okay, properly into the cell to produce energy. Okay, so this is really important. You really need to look at, you know, what is not working. Okay, and that's where glucose balance, you know, combining ancient wisdom and modern science. Okay, some of these ingredients, these proprietary Ayurvedic botanical blend, right? Natural whole food source botanicals, right? Or cinnamon, curcumin, and turmeric are known to help support normal glucose levels during fasting and after meals. Okay, so these are powerful nutrients that are in our glucose support. Cinnamon from cassia, right? The most studied and proven effective form for supporting healthy glucose metabolism and healthy blood glucose levels, helps to support normal fasting glucose levels, supports efficient insulin production and sensitivity, and promotes cellular glucose uptake, improves cholesterol profile. So such a powerful nutrient that they've combined in this product as well. And turmeric, we've heard a lot about this powerful nutrient. This antioxidant phytonutrient provides a broad spectrum of curcuminoids, as well as beneficial effects to balance inflammation and helps maintain normal, healthy blood glucose levels as well. And then curcumin, the most bioactive phytonutrient component of turmeric, and supports insulin production by the pancreas and may assist in insulin function. Okay, so again, they've combined these nutrients, supporting nutrients also that Dr. Diane Clayton talked about with the chromium, right? And this is a bioactive form. It's critical cofactor with insulin and essential for the normal healthy metabolism of carbohydrates, and also to maintain normal cellular responsiveness to insulin. And then it has the alpha lipoic acid as well, which provides protection from free radicals that's created during metabolic processes, and helps support normal blood sugar levels and supports the cell's ability to utilize insulin. So again, all these nutrients play a really big role to manage the glucose levels in your body, okay? We have a couple of people that have had amazing results by adding the glucose balance to the breakfast pack that I'm going to be talking about this evening. Fozy, are you on? Fozy Stinson? I saw you on earlier. Can you
Hi.
Welcome. I know this is one of your favorite products.
Thank you, Nada. Yes, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I guess about 10 years ago, and it runs in my family. My parents had it, my sister has it, and when I found out that the doctor said that it could not be reversed because it's hereditary, and I guess I got into my head that I can control it somehow. And I started with the breakfast pack. I still am taking breakfast pack faithfully, and the glucose balance, and also started the exercise, about an hour a day for 7 days. And I wasn't heavy, so I didn't really need to lose the weight, but I needed to bring my sugar down. And glucose balance was a lifesaver because, and with the shake, it really helped me to control my diabetes. And after 3 months of this and exercise and the diet, I went back to the doctor and had my blood test done. And he turned around and he said, if I didn't know you any better, I'd say you're not diabetic. The results were just amazing. And I'm thank God that even 10 years later, I'm still on the product and I'm still diabetic free.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Fozy, for sharing. I've watched your journey over the years, and yeah, you definitely don't need to lose weight, but the exercise is still important, right? So it's not just for weight loss, right? It's circulation and getting your organs healthy and getting the nutrients just circulating through your body, right? Which is so important. So thank you so much
for changing my diet. I changed my diet, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Even though I was taking all the products, but I also ate more vegetables, more fruit, and I cut back a lot of the red meat, more was the chicken and so on, and grains. So that really changed my life.
Yes, it did. I like to say you're aging gracefully.
Oh, thank
And I-
you.
And I can't wait to see you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing, Fawzi.
It
I
must
really
be the skin product.
Here you, oh yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, we do have an organic skin line. Thank you so much, Fawzi.
You're welcome.
So yeah, so I mean, Fawzi talked about the breakfast pack and the glucose balance. In Canada, it's called glucose support, just so you know if you're getting confused. So we have some Americans on and Canadians on the call. So in Canada, they just changed the name to glucose balance. So just so if you're a little confused, wondering if it's the same product, it is the same product. Okay, so we have the core nutrition that Fawzi was talking about was the breakfast pack, and this is the breakfast pack that she was referring to. And so we have like what we call core nutrition, and then the glucose is kind of like a stack on that you could stack on to this amazing pack here. And the breakfast pack contains a vitamin pack, which is called Pro Vitality, because this also really plays a role in cell function, cell utilization, and it contains 4 key nutrients. It has your grain oils, which is the first little green capsule there, which helps with cell function. And these are the oils from grain that are no longer in our food. It's milled and processed. And this, believe it or not, it helps with insulin. Okay, so this is critical for cell function, cell absorption, absorbing nutrients, eliminating waste, utilizing nutrients efficiently in your diet. Okay, and then the carotenoids is that oxidation. It's the fruits and vegetables preventing oxidative damage. So it's your antioxidant, and that also plays a role in the diabetes, right? And helping to regulate blood sugar. So protecting you from oxidizing from the inside out. And then there's your omega-3, which is inflammation, right? It helps to reduce inflammation in the body. And again, not just with arthritis, with so many diseases, and they're linking diabetes even to the body being an inflammatory state. Okay, so that's why the omega-3 is in this pack. And then your multivitamin. So I like to call this like a Cadillac of multis, right? 1 vitamin pack a day. There's all the key nutrients that you need to fill the gap. That's what's in your diet. Okay, that's the key, filling the nutritional gaps. Okay, so it doesn't replace your food. It does help to support the body to fill the gap. Okay, and that's really important. Just want you to help you to understand that. So that's a Pro Vitality pack. Then when you add the Neolife Shake, okay, this is what helps to control the blood sugar. Great to start your morning for breakfast. It's completely natural, has 18 grams of protein, includes the branched chain amino acids. And I'm going to have Cindy come on. Cindy, if you want to just come on and maybe share a little bit about protein. I know you've had amazing results with the Neolife Shake and even some of the products that I talked about already.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Nada. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, as well as my whole family, especially my grandchildren. But what's inside it? First of all, I just want to say it tastes great. I have tried some other just samples of other people's shakes and they taste terrible. But not only does it taste great, it has so much value in it. It's all natural, biologically complete with all 22 amino acids that are required in human nutrition. So this is very important. I haven't seen any other protein shakes out there that have all 22. But it has a high PDCAAS score. So that's your protein quality score. I believe it's an egg, which is considered as a good score, is at 1, and we're at like 1.74. It has 18 grams of protein per serving when it's mixed with water. Includes branched chain amino acids, which are really important for your muscle mass. So especially, you know, as we age, not only for children, right, developing and stuff, but as we age too, we want to be able to keep that muscle mass. 5 grams of fiber, and it has that controlled glycemic response. So very, very important for diabetics. It's based on a diabetic's diet. 25 essential vitamins and minerals. And you can just change that, Nada. Thank you. But what is as important as what's not inside. So there's no artificial anything, and it's doesn't have that high fructose like corn syrup. It's sweetened with actually with fruit, equal to about a half an apple. Has no preservatives. It's gluten-free. no cholesterol, saturated fats, and it's 90% lactose free. So as I said, my grandchildren love it. I have one grandson who is lactose intolerant, but he mixes it. He could mix it with water, but he does mix it with lactose-free milk, and he's perfectly fine with it. Like all the Neolife products, they only use GMO-free ingredients. So not one ingredient will have any of those nasty GMOs.
And Cindy, would you say for our children today, because this is where, when we're talking about diabetes and blood sugar, and your grandkids and your kids have grown up on the products, and I know my kids have too. And one thing that they noticed when they did do the shake in the morning, they didn't feel that tiredness, and the blood sugar didn't drop like a lot of kids. Did you find that was what happened?
Yeah, I did. Going back to my daughter, when I started on products, and it wasn't even for myself, even though I got great results. It wasn't for myself that I really started this. It was more for especially my daughter, who was a really picky eater. And once she got started on the product, but including the shake every morning, because she was a meal skipper, her marks in school just went right up as well. So she now has her own little picky eater, Emma, who Emma has never been on antibiotics before. She loves the chewables. She's just turned 8, but this is what she has for breakfast, and sometimes she'll have it even later on in the day. She'll ask for one. So yeah, again, all the kids are so very, very healthy, and starting their day with this is so important.
And I think from a prevention standpoint, because they say a lot of kids are walking around as pre-diabetics, when you look at what they're eating for breakfast, a lot of sugar cereals, packaged like muffins and bagels, and boxed foods, like a lot of carbs, whereas this is something that can really help our kids prevent the future, and give them that better start, that foundation, right? So
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You know what? I'm going to have Violet come on now and share. She has an amazing story on the breakfast pack, but also when she added the glucose, and I guess she can call it glucose support, because she's from the States.
Doesn't matter, Nada. Thank you, Nada, for letting me share the testimony. I actually started with the shake, even though I wasn't a shake fan at the beginnings. But when I started to take the shake every morning or afternoon, I could really see a difference with my blood sugar regulating, because I always had a problem of my blood sugars go up in the daytime, and the nights it's really low, like very low. And so my endocrinologist would say, I would rather you have your blood sugars on the higher side than lower side, because if you go really low in your sleep, you can die. So I was working on it, trying to see whether I could take a snack like 10 o'clock in the night. But what happens is it still stays very low, and in the mornings it spikes up again. So with the shake, I was able to eliminate the whole problem, because I wasn't snacking a lot. Once I take the shake, I could just go for like 6-7 hours without eating. I'm full. And so, I'm not snacking, which regulates the sugar. And then, of course, the dinner with some, veggies or protein or whatnot, and it helped a lot. So the shake really helps a lot. And plus, I wanted to try this product, glucose support. And so I did. And within like 5 days time, I was even telling Nada, oh my God, this product is amazing, because I knew I needed that, and I wanted to see a difference. And I could see, because my blood sugars were regulated, my body started to relax. And when you relax, you function better. Your thinking process is better. You have more energy. And even with the nerves that there used to be some kind of a tension, it's gone. And so I know it's one of the best products, and I take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening before bed, and I sleep through the night. And so now actually I'm talking to a lot of people about it, and they wanted to try. So I'm really excited about it. So it's a very good product, and I'm seeing a major change in me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
And I've seen a change in you too.
You do okay.
You know what else too? You've got the Neolife glow, I'd like to say.
Oh, thank you. I like that.
You look healthy, and yeah, no, I've seen a difference in you. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I really
Yeah. Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Yeah.
And Cindy, you didn't really share your background and your story. I didn't give you an opportunity, but when I met you, how many years ago now?
It's over 23 years. And yeah, I was in my late 30s and early 40s. I suddenly developed pain from the neck down throughout my body. I had gone to doctors, chiropractors, and didn't get any help. And I was taking supplements because I'd heard about, the fish oils. And I kind of grew up as a child, having that one a day type, vitamin or liquid. So I believed in that you should take the supplements, and yet they weren't doing anything for me. But I was trying to eat well as well. But actually Nada's aunt, we worked together, and she kept telling me about these products because she knew what I was going through. And I just kept on, like, for a year, very skeptical, because I didn't understand that there was a difference. And one day I remember exactly where I was, even standing in front of a filing cabinet at work. And she said, and she kept telling me about these fish oils. And I said, "Oh, Noreen, I'm taking fish oils already." Right. And she said, "Okay, just be careful of the source." Well, that just switched me right there. I wanted to know more. So I did go to a presentation at her home, where I met Nada for the first time, a very pregnant Nada as well, with Jack. And it just made a lot of sense. It was very much what you heard here. And so what I got started on was a very basic, I'll call it feel good program, and it included this shake. And so, I could feel myself just getting better and better. And within a month and a half, no pain. But even by the third week, my energy was back. And that shake, it just helps to repair your cells. And it's also good for digestion and stuff. And that's something I suffered with IBS, but kind of went along with what I probably had, fibromyalgia. So yeah. And I forgot to say about my daughter's children too, like, even though, like, Emma doesn't, she survives on maybe the shake and the vitamins, but maybe just a bit of rice or things like that. And Aaron's boys too, they are all super active, like in Emma with her dance, and the boys all play like rep hockey, extremely active, but they just don't get sick.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. So for those of you that are wondering, how do I get a hold of these lovely products? Well, what's really exciting is you can join our wellness club. And to join our wellness club, it's free to join. And as soon as you become a member, you get a 15% discount. If you go on auto ship, auto delivery, you get wholesale price, which is a 25% savings. And when you stay on auto ship, even if it's just one product, so for example, that vitamin box, the Vitality Pack, is a month's supply. The breakfast pack is a month's supply. So if you have taking it every day, you have it coming every month. In 6 months, they give you all your shipping back in loyalty points, and you can spend it on other product. So it's a really great way to earn your shipping back. And we have a referral program. If you refer 3 people to one of those health packs, yours is free every month. Okay, there's different challenges that you can join: fitness challenge, weight loss challenge. If you like to join a team just because you need to be accountable, then a great support system that Neolife has to offer. So these are the health packs. So you have your Vitality Pack, which is just your vitamin pack. Your breakfast pack is the most popular pack because you're doing your 1 protein shake a day and 1 vitamin pack a day. And the weight loss pack is four bags of protein, because you're doing 2 protein shakes a day if you're looking at losing some weight. Now, we have had people lose weight even just on the breakfast pack, okay, doing that protein shake every single day. So when you refer 3 to someone on one of these health packs, 3 people, yours is free every single month. So great referral program, okay? There's also a community on Facebook called Neo Life Healthy Living Community. We have over 8,000 members already in this group. Great stories and testimonials. People share video testimonials, written testimonials on different categories on health. So great way to learn about the product. Some of our scientists do presentations, and we even have a pharmacist that does an incredible, actually few incredible talks. So just if you want to learn more and see the power of nutrition, great site to be a part of, and we can invite you to this group. And then there's one more option. And, you know, if you or someone you know enjoys helping others, and this is where I was in my life over 30 years ago, I was working a job that I really didn't feel like I was truly having an impact, and I was feeling kind of lost. And when I started to build my little Neolife business part-time, I got really excited because I was really having an impact. And when I saw the difference in my own health and then my family and friends, I got really excited about sharing. And that's when my business started to grow, and I started to help others build businesses as well. So just a fantastic business opportunity. I don't know where you can start a business for under $100. You know, you can earn an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month or more. Or if you're just looking for great tax savings at the end of the year, that's the part that kind of intrigued me initially, is just having a bit of a tax break. So this is a great thing that you can have part-time on the side to have that tax savings at the end of the year. And then there's a great Facebook group as well, where you want to know more about the business, where we have a lot of our team is on here being interviewed all over North America, sharing their business stories. And you can hear, you know, how they transition from the product having an impact to building a business. And some have joined the business initially as they were using the product and building incredible businesses internationally. So if you're curious a little bit about the business, this is a great page for you to check it out and just to learn a little bit more about the business opportunity. So I just want to, you know, say, if you're just looking at using the products, you know, getting a discount, we welcome you. You know, if you're curious about how the business works, just ask the person that invited you here tonight. And they can guide you to giving you the information and help you get started. And I just want you to know that we work together as a team. You don't do this by yourself. We all work together. And if you're not quite ready and you're still kind of, you know, not sure, and you'd like to investigate a little bit more, then we encourage you to do that. And we're always here to support and help answer any questions that you may have. So I'm going to stop the recording and offer it up to any questions that you may have.